Shalom Aleichem and welcome to Online Smicha. You know, every Yid takes every mitzvah very serious. And we do whatever we could to fulfill the mitzvah, not only at the letter of the law, we try to be mahadrim, mina mahadrim, etc., etc. So if you know that your fulfillment could be done better, you always look to grow and to achieve a level where you're doing the mitzvah better and better. So, for example, somebody's buying an esrog, and there is some speculation, no proof whatsoever, but you have speculation. How do I know that the esrog is not grafted? And a grafted esrog is not kosher. It's not a kosher esrog. So, should you go out of your way to, not to rely on innocence and say, why should I assume it's grafted? Should I rely on the most minimum proof, and that minimum proof will satisfy me, and I'll buy that type of esrog? So this is a question that was brought to the Chachma Shleima, and the Chachma Shleima paskin that every year it treats a mitzvah as if it's a chiyuv, and you don't find leeways around the fulfillment of a chiyuv. So even if an eid echad, a witness, comes and says, I say testimony that this esrog is not grafted, says the Chachma Shleima, it's not good enough. For you to fulfill the mitzvah and be sure you did it the right way, you need real strong testimony. Real strong testimony does not carry, it does not come about with one witness. Eid echad doesn't help me. You need two witnesses. Shows you a view of how a fulfillment of a mitzvah should be done. Now, lahalacha, there's many tshuvas. Rabbi Ovadia Yosef brings many tshuvas, many rishonim that obviously disagree with this for many reasons, because eid echad nemam beisurin, and over here it's not even. We don't even know that it's a problem. You just want to be. You want to feel good that there is no problem. Why assume there is a problem? Perhaps in such a way, eid echad, one witness would be good enough. The Alter Rebbe has this conversation, has this din, also in Hilchas tefilin. Tefillin you could buy from different merchants. You could buy from, obviously you're going to buy from somebody who you think is a Yiras Shamayim. But you could get used tefillin. You could find a pair of tefillin. Do we just automatically accept, most probably it's good, what you see, what you got, nothing's going, nothing fishy? Or should you look for better? So the Alter Rebbe in Siman Lametes, Sif Ches, says, Ein loikhin tefillin ela min hamumcha. You only should buy a pair of tefillin from an expert. What should be his expertise? Shabaki b'chaseres v'yaseres. Someone who knows the halachas, he knows how the words have to be written. Some words, there's different letters that have to be written in the word. Sometimes it's missing a letter intentionally, and you have to know what's right. Avaloi mimi she'ein mumcha. Don't go ahead and buy a pair of tefillin from somebody who's not an expert, and you're going to say to yourself, whoa, I got a very special deal. I got a very cheap deal. I'll buy it, and then I'll check it later. I'll take the time and check it. That's fine. But I'm afraid you'll forget. Or I'm afraid that by the time it comes for you to check the pair of tefillin, you will realize how much effort it means to take apart the tefillin and sew it back together, that you'll become lazy and you will not do a good checking. So do not buy a pair of tefillin from somebody who is not a mumcha. Then he goes on to say like this. Hamoicher tefillin, Sif Yud. If somebody's selling a pair of tefillin, now you have to buy from a mumcha. Now this guy is saying he's not a mumcha, but I have another proof that there's nothing to worry about. V'aymer shehayu shel adam gadol. I'm selling you the rabbi's tefillin, the late rabbi's tefillin. I'm selling. The late rabbi, I'm sure he had the best and the shenste tefillin. So would you be able to rely on him? The fact that he's saying it's the rabbi's tefillin, that it's all good. Now, if it's really the rabbi's tefillin, there's nothing to worry about. There's a chazaka that a person, an edel yid, takes care of his tefillin. But how do I know it's really the rabbi's tefillin? Says the Alter Rebbe, Ne'eman. You could trust him. She'ed echad ne'eman b'isurim. Because as long as you have a witness, and this person, the seller, would be considered as a witness, and this is not a question of nefashis. This is a question of isser. Isser meaning to say, is the person fulfilling the mitzvah properly or not? For that, one aid, one witness is enough. In this case, because why should you assume that there is trouble? And this person is coming, you definitely should not assume trouble, because I bought it, I'm selling you the rabbi's tefillin. The Alter Rebbe says that you can rely on him for what he says.